Now, student fees should be scrapped because they discriminate against poorer families. That is according to my next guest, who's the Vice-Chancellor of Salford University. Professor Martin Hall joins me now. Welcome to Channel M today.
Thank you.
You'll have the support of an awful lot of parents across Greater Manchester, Professor Hall, but how likely is it that you'll get your wish?
Well, I think after the election there needs to be an all-party debate on the issue of how student funding works and how student finance works, because it's a national interest issue rather than a party political issue. But I think most people are reasonably confident that both major parties are heading towards lifting the cap on upfront student fees.
Because it's electorally beneficial for them, do you imagine? I
think so, but also they're delaying it until after the election because it's possibly electoral suicide to do it beforehand. But because of the state of the public finances, the consensus emerging seems to be that they should lift the cap on upfront student fees. Now, I think that could mean the price of education going up over £10,000 per year. That's a great deal of money to find. We're going to see students leaving with debt of in excess of £30,000.
And university chancellors like yourself are saying, well, we need that money to fund our university. Yeah, we simply can't balance the books without it.
We do need that money, but in my view, the repayment should happen after the students graduated in form of a graduate tax. I mean, at the moment, of course, students do repay those loans over many years after graduation. But other systems in the world, noticeably in Australia, have very viable systems where the money is recovered after graduation through the tax system.
And would that depend on what you have graduated in, if you'll pardon my bad English there? Would it, if you got a doctor and you were earning a lot more money than perhaps, you know, if you entered into the media, where we all know in this building that you don't earn a fortune, does it make a difference on the tax that you'll be...
No, it doesn't, because your amount of repayment would be related to your amount of taxable earnings. You'd also have the option, of course, for employers to pay that off at an accelerated rate as part of an employment package. So it is related quite precisely to the earning power of a graduate after graduation.
OK, because it is the great fear, isn't it, that the education system will become an arena only for those who can afford it, and that certainly should not be the case.
I think that's right. I mean, you're heading for a scenario where an individual student might graduate from university with a debt of, say, £40,000 or more before they've started earning. Now, in that situation, you're seeing them delay the opportunity to buy a house and get a mortgage because that will push back for paying the fee. There are ripple effects on other aspects of the economy as graduates will battle to deal with that sort of loan. If you index the repayment to subsequent earnings, you are looking at the personal investment being repaid against subsequent earning power.
Do we risk losing intelligent people to universities elsewhere, yes, Europe or Australia or wherever, because of this system?
Yes, we certainly do. I mean, already the participation in higher education, that's the proportion of young adults between the ages of, say, 18 and 21, who participate in higher education is extremely uneven. So although in middle to high earning groups you're looking at participation of over 30%, certainly in low income groups participation's never really exceeded 10 to 15%. So already a lot of gifted youngsters are not in fact going to university. That's a national economic issue as far as the competitiveness of the economy is concerned.
It all makes complete sense and it sounds very fair, but you have acknowledged that you're flying in the face of many of your colleagues who are saying quite the opposite. So how has your statement gone down with other chancellors and people in your position?
Well, I don't know yet, but I'm probably about to find out. I think that most vice-chancellors are concerned about the funding of higher education, are looking for sensible solutions. I don't think that they have a particular case mapped out for a particular sort of system. What they are most concerned is that the unit of resource, the amount of funding that we get for every student, has remained constant, because otherwise we can't maintain quality in education. So I think that's what drives the concerns from Vice-Chancellors' points of view, and I think that they're open to discussion of any sensible solutions.
And away from the tuition thing, you've described you want Salford University to be what you called a third university, or third type of university, which puts me in mind of Mr Blair's famous third way. I mean, what will Salford University be if you can turn it into this third type that you want to...
Well, Salford University has a history that goes back to the 1890s in the Salford Working Men's College. It was the university that in many respects fueled the knowledge needed for the Industrial Revolution in the 19th century. It has a tradition of being the Royal Advanced College of Technology. It invented the sandwich course. It has a very close relationship with industry and employability. And I want to regain some of that tradition in what the university does. And You know, in central Manchester, we've got two great universities. The University of Manchester, hugely successful in becoming a world university. That benefits all of us. Manchester Metropolitan, providing a great service as far as vocational education is concerned. And if Manchester wants to continue to play as a world city, which it has all the potential to do, it has space for different sorts of educational organisations. There are already over 200,000 students in Greater Manchester. That makes it one of the largest centres of learning in Europe.
That's a lot of students,
That's a lot of students.
It's a lot of students. Well, I wish you well in your endeavours, particularly those two get the tuition fees removed, as a father of 3 children who already want to go to university. But a lot of parents will agree with you. And congratulations on your new appointment.
Thank you.
Hope you're very happy in your job.